Together we are but first coffee. Susie's just our host, but what matters most is we are a team. Together we are all safe here, and so are you. Among friends and mods we are safe. We talk about trauma, break down drama of life, death, happy or sad, even mad. We discuss it all here. Together we will thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Together we fight cults or fight addictions, if not with experience, with love, and we don't judge. Please understand, this is a safe place to land. Please understand, you're not alone. This is a safe place to land. Together we thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Because we are but first coffee, and Susie welcomes us all here. Together we are but first coffee, and Susie.
Hey, everybody. Glad to see ya. I'm really sorry I missed last night. I had a horrible migraine from the time I woke up until the time I went to sleep last night. There was just no way I could possibly concentrate on a live. So I had to miss one of my Vlogmas videos and I was really upset about it. But what we're going to do is I think that I don't know, it's one day this week. There's one that is talking about movies, which had something to do with what we were gonna talk about last night, which was actually we were going to, like, create our own theme for a Hallmark movie. So, anyway, we're gonna work on kinda join the 2 together, and we'll have one not big show, but more fun. A little bit bigger maybe, because I wanna do it like a game night kinda thing. So, anyway, that'll be later in the week, but I am glad to be here tonight, and y'all, my bulldog is laying right beside me, and right now she's being pretty quiet. But a couple minutes ago, I kid you not, I thought they're not going to be able to hear me over Poppy's snores. So I don't know. We will see. Right now, she's kind of quiet. So I hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to go ahead and check in with the chat, and then we're going to get started. So let's see here. Heat My Shorts is here saying, I hope we can hear Poppy. Well, you might. Just give it some time. If not, maybe I'll make a recording of her later and put it in the mod chat or on tomorrow. Oh, she's firing up a little bit more, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I told Heat to imagine an old man, right? And that's about what she sounds like, really, or an old woman. And, but right now she's also competing with my stomach because my stomach is growling. I'm hungry all of a sudden. Some kind of I don't know what that was, an ant or something just zoomed by. I'm like, "Oh my goodness." You'd think we wouldn't have that. We did bug bombs the other day for what are they, fruit flies or something? So you wouldn't think I'd have random bugs crawling by me. But anyway, Mare is here, and always glad to see you. Says, "I never hear her on the lives. I guess I need to my hearing aids need cleaned." Yeah. Or we've been lucky. Or we've been lucky. Jersey Jan says, "Okay, let's test this out." Yeah, absolutely. If y'all will look whoops, wrong button. Ugh, Susie. There we go. Jersey's Wrench is back, and y'all better be careful. It is back, and she knows how to use it. She's wanting to bop some trolls. Yeah, I had worked last night on it, getting her, um, wrench back, and then it was back, and then this morning I got on and I went over and I thought, "I'm gonna look." And so I went over and looked, she had disappeared again, so I was back on with, you know, customer service or whatever with with you. I wasn't very pleasant, so hey, Darcy's good to see you. Always, always, always. Rocking it out for life is here. Good to see you too. Let's see here. Healing through song. Yep. John is in the back office. He'll be starring comments. Heat My Shorts is here. Incarnasoul is here. Good to see you, sir. Very good to see you. And Rocking It Out for Life, thank you for being a member. We have several new members, but they're not here right now. But or they might be lurking. They might be here and just aren't in the chat. So anyway, I always forget about that because it shows how many's in the chat, but then whenever I go off, the number's always huge because there was lurkers. So anyway, isn't that funny? It's weird. So anyway, I think I missed somebody, but I'm not sure. If I did, I'm sorry, and I will try to catch you. So, welcome to we've got like what 14 left, and then the big Christmas day one with the village. I'm really excited. I've got to finish my Christmas shopping. I am always done by now, but one of my daughters is being really slow with the Christmas lists. So, if you're watching, daughter, get those lists to me, and I have got to get some other stuff, um, in the mail too, so my mods, I don't know, if I don't get on it, my mods gifts are gonna be late, so hey, Cindy, I got your card. I did, thank you so much, that's so sweet. I love getting Christmas cards, and I'll be sending one back to you. Hey, Lorenzo, good to see you. I don't recognize the name, but it's always good to see new people. Hope you come back. I really do. Okay, yeah. Always glad when somebody joins. So tonight we're going to talk about um trauma. Sorta. You know that this is a channel that often talks about trauma of all kinds, right? So tonight we're going to talk about the trauma of gift giving and receiving. So maybe it's a little much to call it trauma, but we are going to talk about the gift giving naughty list, y'all. So, and a little bit of the good stuff too. But y'all, please be sure to engage with us. We want to see what, as we go down through these lists, we want to hear about your, you know, favorite gifts, least favorite gifts, stuff that you hope you never get, that kind of thing. Whatever. We just want to engage. That's what we look forward to the most. So, but first, let's look at the gift naughty list. And I again went to Chat GPT to get a national poll on the top 10 gifts that are on the naughty list. So y'all don't be crapping at me because there's a couple of these on here that I'm like, well, crap. I have gifted the naughty list. Hey, Indigo, good to see you. Carrie, very good to see you too. So, anyway, number 1, and I don't know if these are in any particular order, y'all. I just know that that was the top 10 list. So, anyway, number 10 is a vacuum cleaner. Now, y'all, unless they specifically asked for one, it's just not ever a good idea. Nothing says Merry Christmas like insinuating that somebody's house is dirty. So, let's not do those vacuum cleaners unless they've asked for it. Now, I have in the past asked for one, and so has my mother. But, if they don't ask, don't do it. You could get them a gift certificate to, Amazon or something, and then, or just one of those Visa gift cards, and they could go buy their own. So, anyway, number 2, a regifted candle. Do you know I actually got one of those one time? You know how you know it is regifted? Because the wick's already been lit. So, yeah. No, no, no. No regifting of obviously, used candles. Now, if it is a candle that you just, somebody got it for you and you don't like the smell of something. Like me, I used to love the smell of like cucumber melon, that kind of candle, but I told too many people and I got candles, lotions, bath soap, everything was cucumber melon. And I don't know what it was, but after a while, it just turned me off. I just can't do it. I'm kinda getting where I kinda like it a little bit now. But seriously, for about 10 years, it was an absolute no. But yeah, no pre-lit candles, please. Okay. Number 3. This one's a little iffy. I mean, it really is. But socks. But it says socks that don't match anything that you own. And there's bonus naughty points if they're scratchy or they have an angry reindeer on them, which I would probably like, not scratchy. But I think I'd kinda get a kick out of socks with an angry, reindeer on them. I do too, heat my shorts. I like getting socks for Christmas, but it's number 3 on the list of the don't do. Yeah, I love them. I do too. I love socks, so we're gonna call that one iffy. So let's see here. Number 4, a diet book. Yeah, no, don't do that. That's a yeah, no. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Give them a gift card to a bookstore and, you know, if they want that book, they can go get it, but no suggestions, y'all. No suggestions. Ugh. It instantly ruins Christmas dinner and potentially an entire relationship. Okay, number 5, expired body lotion gift sets. Mm-mm. Somebody gifted you a body lotion gift set and it's been in the closet for, a handful of years. No. That thing is honestly, it might still look pretty, but it's gonna smell like grandma's purse. Absolutely. No. You will regret it. Number 6, a mug that says "World's Best," and then there's, a title after that. Where it goes wrong fast is if it has, like, the wrong, like, job title. Like, it can even be as much as "World's Greatest Teacher" when really they're a professor or, you know, whatever. Maybe it's whatever. And maybe you just don't know that person good enough to be putting a job title on it. But I mean, like world's greatest papa, world's greatest mom, world's greatest friend, that kind of stuff, those are pretty safe. But stay away from the job titles unless you absolutely, absolutely know. Okay. Let's see here. Number 7, a homemade coupon book with no real world value. Like, don't give them a coupon for babysitting if they don't have kids, and don't give one free hug to somebody that's not a hugger, that kinda thing. You know, "I'll wash your car," 1 free, home-cooked meals, those kinda things. That's good, but only if it's really going to, be a gift to that person. So, number 8, and this one I'm always scared of doing, I really am. Is a random decor item that doesn't match anything the person has in their home. Like, it'd be like for me, our living room has a lot of stuff that is like Western, horses, cows, that kind of thing, cowboys, cowgirls, that kind of stuff. So if somebody like gave me unicorns, or although I think I do have a unicorn. Is that a unicorn? Yeah, I do have a pink unicorn in here. Is like a disco ball, so Ben should really like that. But you get the gist of it. If it's something that isn't gonna match their stuff, you really gotta know what their decorating taste is. I'm always afraid of that because I'll be, like, wanting to get them something that I think is pretty and, maybe it's meaningful, but, I mean, it might totally not be what they do. The lucky thing with me is pretty much you could get me anything and I could find a room to go in. Cause like, where my living room has all this cowboys and all that kinda stuff in it, my bedroom is all kinds of, like, beach and mermaid and, all this kind of thing, which because I mean, witches are the mermaids of the sea or mermaids are the witches of whatever, however that the witches are the mermaids. No, mermaids are the witches of the sea. I'll get it right eventually. Sometimes I wish I was doing a video where I could edit out all my oopsies. Yeah. So, I can't wait to get to some of these comments, y'all. So, anyway, number 9 is a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle from the dollar store. Now, sometimes that can work out great, but sometimes you're gonna be 42 pieces missing and crying by the time New Year's gets here. You just, you gotta kinda know and in advance if they're reliable or not. Maybe like the Dollar General, but I'm not sure that, like, the Dollar Tree would be a good bet. Okay, now this one's controversial. It really is, and that is the dreaded fruitcake. What it said on there was that this is not food. This is a weapon. But I do know some people that love fruitcake. So, you know, kinda like read the room kinda deal. Know your person. If it's somebody that is gonna like those, then, hop on it. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the the top 10 best well-meant fails. Does that make sense? Like, they really tried, but it was still kind of a fail, okay? So, again, I didn't make the list. Don't shoot the messenger. Number 1 of the best well-meant gift fails is that handmade sweater that's several sizes too small. Now, if you make me a sweater and it fits, I'm gonna love you forever. I'm not kidding. But I would much rather it be 3 sizes too big than 3 sizes too small. Merrily, I knew when you said, "Wait, I love Christmas fruitcakes." Look who you mod with. I was like, "I'm pretty sure Merrily likes fruitcake," but I didn't make the list. I made some with my grandma before, and I don't know, I'm not really into that kinda thing, but I need to find that. I wrote down a version of it the other day that I thought, "I might try that." I don't know. But man, some of them they are heavy. The ones my grandma made, they were heavy, like, you could hurt somebody with it. So, number 2 on the well-meant gift fails is that thoughtful book about a topic that the person doesn't like at all. If you're gonna buy them a book, you really gotta know, because it could even be a genre that they really don't like. Like, my friend Erin, not Aaron, but another Erin, she loves psychological thrillers, absolutely loves them. That's about all she reads. Me, I like, what they call beach reads, like, I like it if it has, like, I don't even care if it has a love story, but if it's like a lot of them do, but I want it to have a story, not just, like, you know, a mushy love story. No, I want there to be characters and all that kinda stuff, but I'm probably not gonna read a psychological thriller, and, like, the more, like, just I don't know. I'll do some of it. It just depends. Let's put it that way. But I probably better check it. So, I have actually gotten number 3 before and gifted it. So I'm on both sides of this one. The personalized item with your name spelled wrong. And people always seem to wanna call me Susan, and Susan's not my name. It really is on my birth certificate as Susie, S-U-Z-Y, Susie K. So, but what happened when I actually gifted it was my granddaughter's name is Mackenzie. I made sure I went and looked. I mean, I know how she spells her name, but I made sure that it was right. Put it into the deal to, personalize it. It was a Bible. And anyway, so I did all that, got it here, was so excited, went to show my daughter, her stepmom, what it looked like, and she's like, "You realize that that's not spelt right, right?" And I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Well, by the time I did this, because it was late getting here and everything else, it was too late to get it fixed. So I actually gave it to her with a note attached that says, "I know that this is misspelled, but I have reordered with the right spelling." And I told her, I said, I told them right, and if when I went and looked at my order, I had it right. They did it wrong. So sometimes that's not your fault. So if you get anything with a name engraved on it, check it. Double check it because you just don't know. Because 'cause I'm telling you, I have the proof that I spelled it right. So, but yeah, make sure you get those names right, and, like, even today, I'm making merch for my store. It's supposed to go live in within 48 hours, so I'm hoping. But anyway, I was trying to make this one T-shirt, and it was real cute, and it said, "Don't be a pee stick," and I, like, did it. Well, I actually had, Chat GPT do it because I told him, I said, "I want, like, a family friendly some sort of a graphic that's family friendly," because I told them what we say that instead of, and so they gave it to me, and I was, like, looking at it and everything and went on, put it in the store, launched the store, and something caught my eye, and it said, "Don't pee a pee stick," like P-E instead of E. I was like, "Oh my god." So I frantically went and deleted all the posts that I had made about it and went back and deleted that one and remade it, and, you know, so, yeah, check everything. So, I'm the typo queen, but I actually looked at that too, and I had actually told ChatGPT right, and they screwed it up, so, I don't know. I don't know. You'd think, right? Anyway, number 4, the hobby kit for a hobby that the person doesn't have. Like, "Oh, well, you like candles, so I bought you a kit where you can make your own candles." I mean, I love candles, but I don't wanna start a business making candles or really have to, like, be bothered with it. I just like to go to the store, smell a candle I like, and buy it on sale. Cheap. I am cheap. So, ugh. Okay, let's see here. Number 5, the gift that matches your taste and not theirs. More it's kinda like one of those, like, "Oh, well, I just love this and bought one for myself, so I just knew you'd like it too." No, they might not. They might, but they might not. Make sure when you're gift giving that you look for things that they're gonna like and not just things that you're gonna like. So, here's another one. Sometimes this can be cute depending, okay? There's a fine line between, "Wow, that's adorable," and, no." But wrapping that over practical gift, okay? So, when somebody wraps an over practical gift in a great big box, and then there's a smaller box that's wrapped, and then a smaller box that's wrapped, and a smaller box is wrapped until you get to the grand finale, and it's windshield wipers or something, along those lines. Probably a fail. We know you meant well. You went to a lot of trouble. to wrap all those boxes. I mean, and it is cute, and there can be times that that's adorable and funny and, all that. But then not so much if it's something like windshield wipers, unless they are telling the world, "I want windshield wipers for Christmas." So just, maybe not. Okay, number 7, that fancy food that you like, right? But maybe they don't like it. And you get extra naughty points if there's actually an allergy. Like, we have a a farm, actually, there's like a farm ranch type deal, and they have pecans. They also have cattle and all this other stuff, but they sell pecans, and they put them in all these adorable, Christmas tree shaped baskets, and they've got Oklahoma shaped baskets and all of that. But that wouldn't be a good gift if I was sending it to somebody that had a nut allergy. So, pay attention to those before you send like things like nuts and things that a lot of people have allergies to. Just, unless you know, it's better to just get something else. Okay. Number 8 is that tech gift that requires 3 adapters and a passcode that nobody seems to be able to find, like a preset kind of passcode. And so, a hint, if you get one, a lot of times the passcode is 123. So, try that if you get one. But, if it's too complicated, it's probably not the greatest. And like me, I have one of those. You wouldn't know it because my daughter still has it and hasn't set it up for me. But I have one of those like electronic frames that I got for Christmas last year that I still don't have set up because my daughter has it because I don't know how to set it up and she does. So, but I got one for my mother-in-law, but only because she has plenty of grandkids that know how to set that kind of stuff up. So when you're buying any kind of electronic gift, kind of like think about that too. If you're dealing with somebody that's over about 50, are they tech savvy? Do they understand that kind of thing? I'm just going to go back and get my frame. Do you hear me, Megan, if you're watching? And try to set it up myself cuz I really like that kind of thing. My mom had one. It's, my dad still has it. And I just want mine. She's liable to wrap it up and gift it to me. Oh my goodness. Number 9 is that experience gift. Now, y'all, an experience gift is great as long as it's something that, first of all, that they want to do. I mean, if they're not into some, like, oh, what do they call that? Never mind. If it's something they're not into, they're not gonna it's not gonna like land the same way, but if it's something that they like doing, sure. Like, I don't know if I would like one for, like, axe throwing, probably not, but I don't know, maybe, but, there are other things that I would like, but the one thing that you don't do with experience gifts is just, like, give them the coupon, like you get a coupon for 50% off on it, don't just gift them the coupon. If you're gonna do it, use the coupon and buy the experience and then give it to them. I say that, but I'm not kidding. I know somebody that did that. Like, "Oh, I found this coupon, and I thought you would really like this experience, and look, it's 50% off," or, "I got this coupon through my insurance company or my, credit union," or whatever. I mean, something like even that it wasn't just out there for everybody to get. But yeah. B says, "Axe throwing, yes, please." Really? I don't know, it might be fun. They have that. I think I would rather do the axe throwing than the plate breaking. But then there's a lot of other stuff that I would love, and I still my brain is not braining enough to get the one that I'm thinking about. Where you start here and you're on that thing and you scoot across the air, in the sky to the other point. That's what I wanna do. So, yeah, I don't think you should be anywhere near sharp objects, B. I probably shouldn't either, actually. Oh, Darcy's a lot of people say I'm a techie. Oh, when we go glamping, we can do axe throwing. Oh, yeah. Am I gonna get invited to Canada to do this glamping axe throwing extravaganza? Oh, okay, and number 10 on the well-meaning, is that heartfelt DIY gift that looks like it might have survived a tornado. Yeah, you can see the love, but you can also see the glue lumps and the, tragic amounts of glitter and all that. Yeah. I mean, if it's a grandchild giving it to a grandma, sure, or a parent, oh, yeah. Yeah. But if it's, like, your best friend, they might not appreciate it as much, so just absolutely, think about it a little bit first. So, I do have one other list that I wanna show you, and I went ahead and made, um, slides for it, so I've got 4 slides I'm gonna bring up, and then I'm gonna go to the chat. So I see that y'all are doing quite a bit of chatting. I need to go and hold on just a second. Hold on. Whoops. John, can you take Jersey's comment off the screen? I It's way back and I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose where I'm at if I go that far back. So anyway, he's probably looking too. So it'll take me a minute to get down to where I have to be to see. Okay. How to give thoughtful gifts on a budget, y'all, because we are all, thank you. Thank you, John. Everybody, it seems like, is on a budget. I mean, this year we are really cutting our budget in about half, maybe more, actually. So, how to give thoughtful gifts on a budget? Start with the person, not the price, right? We need to, it should all be about the meaning of the gift, not how much you spend on it. Because, I mean, honestly, like the story I told the other day about the grandchild that had been given a $200 scooter, and the grandma had given him a yo-yo, and the scooter's just sitting in the garage, but the yo-yo is something he's got in his hand all the time. Think of the price difference on that, and that's a lot of money. And, you know, honestly, I know kids like these big things, but they like those small gifts too. So, I'm not sure every kid wants a yo-yo, but my grandkids probably would. But anyway, think about what they talk about constantly. What would make their life easier? What makes them smile? A $5 item that hits the heart beats a $50 item that's generic. Absolutely. Like, I mean, honestly, sometimes Mark will just come in and, like, he might just bring me a candy bar, or, if he got a deal of the gum, my favorite gum. I'm a big gum chewer when I'm not on camera. And, it could be anything. It could be anything little. Like, I like whenever they pick flowers from my own yard or wildflowers just as much or more as I do if I get sent those expensive roses or something. It's that they thought about me. And I think that that's true of most people most of the time. So, yeah, just think about what makes them smile. So, give upgraded versions of what they already use. You don't need fancy, just better. Examples: a cute reusable cup for someone who's always drinking coffee. Absolutely. I'm big on mugs. And Mark's like, "Do you really need another one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I really do. I really do." And like those great big, Stanley, but I get the cheap ones on Temu or whatever. But yeah, I have a bunch, and guess what? I probably need another one because I like them, and it's a mood thing for me. Like, what is my mood? So Yeah, but even just coffee mugs. I love coffee mugs. So, I'm not hinting, y'all, I'm just telling you, but I agree with the list. So, nicer pens for a journaler. Man, I am that's my major, like, purchase addiction is any kind of stationery. Like, I mean, like, actual stationery with envelopes or thank you cards, pens of every variety. I mean, notebooks, journals, you name it. I That's my weakness is all things stationary. I used to I don't know if y'all have them or not, but we have these stores here that are called Staples, and they sell all the stationary stuff and computer stuff. They even sell computers and all that, but office supplies, all that stuff, like any kind of paper products. And I would literally go in there just to waste time. Like, I'd go up and down the aisles. I mean, and a lot of times didn't even buy anything. I just I'm that crazy about it. Like, or some people will go to the mall and walk around. This girl's in a paper store, an office supply store. I love it. So, soft socks for the chronically cold, useful, thoughtful, inexpensive. See, even socks have gotten on the good list. I think they were mostly just being like, by the time that you give them for Christmas, those really Christmassy socks are kind of, you know, late, but I don't care. I'll still wear them at least till New Year's, and then I'll have them for next year. Aw, let's see here. Create a memory-based gift. People adore gifts connected to shared memories. Try a framed photo. This next one I thought or not that one, a small scrapbook page. Oh, yeah, that's cute too. A printed screenshot of a funny text exchange. Now, y'all, it needs to be one you all have had. Don't be sending them one that you had with somebody else. But yeah, like, I think that that's cute. Like, something that you have saved. You know how sometimes you'll have a text exchange and you'll just save it because it was hilarious or deeply meaningful or the last text that you had with somebody that you love that has passed, that kind of thing. That would like, if I had a text like my last text with my mom and somebody somehow got a hold of that and printed it and put it in a frame and sent it to me, I would be deeply moved. That would be my favorite gift until they did something equally as thoughtful because 'cause I'm into that kind of stuff. So, yeah, see, those are things that don't some of that wouldn't even cost much, and you can go to, like I mean, you don't have to get a fancy frame. I mean, you can get one anywhere and look in those bargain bins. You'd be surprised. Absolutely. Okay, number 4, make a tiny personalized kit. Many kits feel custom and charming. A self-care kit, give them some tea bags, a face mask, cozy socks, that kind of stuff. Absolutely. A baking kit, give them a recipe card with like your favorite recipe or one that they like that you make, and then give them the ingredients in jars. I mean, if they're not, if it doesn't, I mean, not obviously not meat, but like you could put them in those little ones. You can buy those like half pint jars and even the little smaller ones. Those are really cute. One time I had a Christmas party when we owned the newspaper, and I invited all the people that worked for me. Um, and their families, of course. But anyway, so I had that, and I made, um my mind just went blank on what they called it. Um, it was mozzarella balls, but they were soaked in a seasoned, like, olive oil, so it was soaked in that had, like, a seasoned on it. They went I mean, I had to keep them cold, so they were in the refrigerator, but I had them in cute little jars, and I, made the little cloth thing to go around the lid and tied a bow and, the whole bit, made them cute, and so I gave each of them these mozzarella balls, and they loved it. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything. If you're a canner, give them something you've canned, that kinda thing. I mean, like, I have people that would love it if I would give them, and I need to do that, but I haven't made it lately. But, like, I make my own, spaghetti sauce, and if I was handing out jars of spaghetti sauce, they would love it. Like, I have in the past my salsa. My grandson, who's 17, the other day asked me to make him a bag of this specific jerky that I make, that he loves it, and I make it extra, extra hot for him because he can't buy jerky that's hot enough. And so, I put the heat to it, y'all. Not all of it. I don't all my jerky's not hot, but the one that he likes the most is. Those are kinda, things that really don't cost that much, and they are really thoughtful. A movie night kit, give them some popcorn and a handwritten coupon, for a movie night, like, 1 movie night and blah, blah, blah. It feels special, and it can cost 10 to $15, get them some popcorn, some candy, get their favorite soda, that kinda thing. It really can be cute. I mean, and there's even, like, a lot of dollar stores and stuff have, like, boxes that look like the box that popcorn comes in. You can find those very inexpensively at, on Amazon even, and so, but you don't even have to. You could just put it in a box and tell them what it is, show them what it is. So, that would be something I would like too. Write a heartfelt note. Seriously, this matters. A real letter moment is priceless. Tell them why they matter. Something they did this year that meant a lot to you, a memory you cherish. People keep those notes forever. And if you put it on one sheet of paper, they can frame it if they want to. Now, they might not. They might put it in a journal or in a photo album or something, but if you keep it on one page of something, they can frame it if they want. That's like presidents, whenever they send a letter to people, because we've got one from, I think, 2 of the Bushes, both Bushes, and my mom's got one somewhere, I'm trying to find it, from Obama. So, but I know that I've personally got both of the Bushes and somebody else, I've got 3. But anyway, there's like a personal letter and they signed it. And they do it on one page so that people can frame those. It's not, I mean, if they're writing private letters, of course, they might be a page and a half, 2 pages, 10 pages. I don't know. But if they're doing it to somebody like that, they always do it. They keep it short and sweet and keep it on one page. So you might do that in case they want, in case they want to frame it. But yeah, people do. They keep those notes forever. I have letters that my grandmother wrote me, and I I'm putting them in a scrapbook because when she wrote letters, it would be like page after page after page. But I'm thinking about getting a tattoo that's a copy of her signature and my mom's signature. So, or it says grandma and mom. It's not their actual signature, but yeah. So, anyway, number 6, use your skills instead of your wallet. Your talent can equal their gift. You can bake them something. You can make a digital design. Absolutely. Record a personalized video message. Hold on just a second. Why am I not hitting the right buttons? There we go. Or offer a skill like editing or taking their, family photos, sewing something, you know, something that's thoughtful and, free, or free-ish even if they have to put out a little bit. But even, like, if you crochet and, you could tell them, "You pick out the colors that you want, and I'll make you a throw or a blanket or whatever." Or if you there's all kinds of things, even if you're just telling them you're gonna do it, but, I mean, follow through on it, but get their input on it. Absolutely. I think that that could absolutely be a great gift. Let's see here. On to stage. Number 7, shop small, thrift or repurpose. Or unique is better than expensive, is what I'm trying to say. You might be able to find vintage mugs. You never know. There might be some kind of a vintage mug, or like if they collect a certain kind of crystal or, whatever, you might find that at a thrift store, a vintage store. I mean, I was just in a vintage store the other day and I found a whole bunch of stuff that I collect as far as dishes, but I was like, "Okay, Susie, you just said that you're gonna sell a bunch of those because neither one of the girls want." I have 3 china cabinets, y'all, 3 full, and I've been asking the girls, and neither one of them want all my stuff, so I didn't buy it. But that doesn't mean that there's not something that somebody else would want. So, yeah, look into that. Like, if you know something that they collect and that they love it, you might find it at a vintage store or the Goodwill or some kind of other thrift store. You can find beautiful frames a lot of times in those kind of places, and then even if you wanted to put something in that frame, some kind of a photograph or that text exchange or something. It could be, like, as simple as a text exchange in a beautiful frame. It'd be great. And that could be like, a more masculine frame if it's for, your husband or your dad or whoever, a man in your life, but it could also be something completely frilly and silly. Just over the top feminine if it's for your grandma or your mom or whatever their taste is. So, decor pieces, clean it up, really. Clean it up, add a bow, and boom, aesthetic and affordable. Be careful. There's some things that aren't like that, but there are some. If you find something that I mean, like, I have items here in my house that absolutely they're in my different rooms that absolutely came from thrift stores and Goodwill and everything. Going back to the crafts, I had somebody gift me whenever I was going through my breast cancer and everything, they gifted me a crazy I'm gonna bring it in and show you one of these days, um, decorated bra. Now, I obviously don't need it anymore, but this was, for show, and it was on a pretty hanger and everything, and it's got beads and feathers and, everything. And, I mean, it seems kinda silly, but it meant so much to me and still does, and it actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's hanging in my dining room. So you never know, right? They might hang a bra in their dining room. You just never know. So, number 8, quality time in a cute format. Wrap it like a gift. Ideas. A coffee date on me card. I like that. Coffee is always gonna a craft day together. My mom would have loved, absolutely loved, if I had given her something that just promised to go up and spend the day sewing with her or, whatever. She used to have me come up and like when they moved from one house to the other, not that they did that often, but a couple of times, or if she decided to redecorate, she would always have me come up and hang the pictures where I thought they needed to be and what kind of groupings they needed to be and stuff like that. So if I had brought that or a a card that said that we were gonna go to lunch and go to the Goodwill and all this stuff, that would have been bigger than any gift I could have bought her because gifts of time in this day and age, people appreciate time, quality time, that they are just gonna get to sit and talk to you, a lunch date, a coffee date, whatever. People, they used to go and they would have, and they still do, like in the UK and everything, but But even here, we used to have years ago tea, like a certain time of the day, people would sit down and they would have tea or coffee with little, you know, things to eat and visit, or they would go to people's house and just sit on the porch and visit or, whatever. And we just so much of the time we don't do that anymore. You give somebody quality time, I guarantee they're going to like it. Yeah, do a little deal. It says, "Let's watch your favorite movie." Connection beats clutter every time. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know with me, I'm trying to declutter my house. So if anybody gave me things that it's like an experience that we were going to share together or we're going to go spend this day together, that that would mean way more to me than a lot of things. But I really do like socks. I like fuzzy socks. So, okay, I got one more. Whoops. And then we will be about done. Create a personalized playlist. Old school, but people love it. Theme ideas, songs that remind me of you. Pretty cool, right? 2025 vibes only. I don't know. I kind of like some of the older stuff. Yeah, you're going to have a better year, zero cost, huge meaning. Mm. Number 10, pick one feature to personalize. So even a small gift feels luxe if it's customized, right? So things that you can monogram or label affordably are keychains, notebooks, also journals, Bibles, all that stuff. The Bible that I got for my granddaughter was not expensive. It, I got it on Amazon and it's absolutely gorgeous. And she did eventually get the one that was printed right. Tote bags, ornaments, names on things, it often does make people feel seen, and I don't know, but, like, anything that's monogrammed, maybe it's because 'cause I'm in the South, because in the South, we like to monogram everything, but yeah, it just feels luxe, right? If it's got your name or your initials or anything like that, it just automatically feels higher end. So, think about that a little bit. It's pretty simple. So, y'all, I'm gonna go to the starred comments. Looks like we got quite a few. I wanna see what you all had to say. We do wanna thank Pippi Longstocking Forever for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Again, Cindy. Whoops. Oh, my fingers are not working. Good to see Cindy. She says, "Hey, Susie and Carnosol. Annoying cheap Christmas socks." And he's laughing. Yeah, I know. See, some people love them, some people hate them. It just kinda it just kinda depends. Keep My Shorts loves getting socks for Christmas. I do too. I do too. In fact, I told my daughter, Megan, I said, "Listen, when you're looking for Mark something for Christmas, he needs tall socks because he wears boots all the time. And it is almost impossible anymore to find like the tall socks." I said, "I don't care if they're those funky looking tube socks with the color, stripe around them. Nobody sees them, but he needs them that are tall enough for his boots." So, she's like, "Mm," but I don't know if she did it or not because I turned a corner and go, "Oh, speak of the devil, there's some of these tall socks," and she didn't pick them up, so if she doesn't, I'll have to go do it. Mara says, "I love socks and angry reindeer." I do too. I do too, and I'm not kidding, you're liable to see me wearing them in June or July or August. We were talking about that yesterday or day before, I can't remember, but, not yesterday, I didn't talk to anybody yesterday, but anyway, I, um I have been watching Christmas movies since July, so I would definitely wear Christmas socks even then. It says, "Yep, you don't." Yeah, that's true. You don't get your brother the Karma Sutra. I should do that. My brother would be humiliated. He is just such a, like, super, super, like, private person. He would be so and it would be worth it. That's the evil in me that I might would have to do it. What's this one? Carrie says, "I love the sock that you get when you have to be admitted into the hospital." Yeah, those socks. I do too. I like to, like, put them somewhere when I'm in the hospital, and they're like, "Well, you don't have socks on." I'm like, "I can't find them. 'Em. I'll bring you more." Hmm. I don't know why. I do. I mean, you can buy them that have the like, the non-slip things on them, but those hospital socks, they're always a little bit too big, so they're just, like, comfortable, and I don't know. They're just weird. I'm weird about things. Darcy says, "My socks don't fit me and people have gave me have gave them to me too small." Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes. I have thick ankles. I've always had thick ankles. And so, I mean, even when I was skinny, y'all, I had thick ankles. But, yeah, I have a hard time with socks because, they're tied around the ankles. So, sometimes I'll even buy those diabetic socks even though I'm not diabetic, just because they aren't tied around my ankles. Ugh, a used candle, oh my god, that's horrible, so rude. Very. It's happened. Ugh. Merrily says, "Hey, Carrie, we missed you in the Looney Tunes mod chat today." Yeah. Yeah. I get to missing it too, like yesterday, whenever I had my migraine and I wasn't in there talking to y'all, I get like, "I gotta go check on my people." Jersey says, "Homemade coupons are what you give as a kid when you have no money." Absolutely, and they mean the world to a parent, like, like a I don't know, or a husband that gives their wife one that says a back rub or a foot rub and mean it. Like Mark's idea of a foot rub is like, "Eek, eek, eek," and he's done. And it's like, "Oh, I rubbed your feet." Yeah. So, yeah. But it is cute when kids give them to parents. John says, "My family has been regifting the same fruitcake for over 30 years now. I'm pretty sure it's petrified at this point." How funny. Mark's family has a card that has gone back and forth, and I don't know who has it now because they haven't given it for a couple years. I'm wondering if it had made its way back to his sister that passed away because they, without a doubt, would pass that same card back and forth, and they would sign it again, and so it had all these signatures, and they would just give it to somebody, and, and it had, like, confetti and everything in it. But, yeah, so I get it. I love my granny's recipe for carrot pudding. It's like a traditional British Christmas pudding. I can't talk to them. British Christmas pudding. And a British pudding isn't pudding, right? It's like a cake, right? It's like a carrot, so it'd be like a carrot cake kind of deal if we were trying to I love carrot cake. Mark can't stand it, but I love it. He don't like carrots. And I'm like, he don't even which I've even made like a spice cake, which is basically a carrot cake without the carrots in it. He won't eat that either. He likes other stuff. My grandmother gave my cousin a mug with the completely wrong name on it. Oopsie. Yeah, Jersey. See, this stuff happens, right? My ex-sister-in-law used to always give my mother things that my mother didn't like or use. I always ended up with those gifts. You know what happened to me one time? And I mean, it she didn't mean this bad. Like you'd have to know my mother-in-law because she's just very, she's like 92, 93, and they are very just at that point they're like frugal and everything. Well, so anyway, so it was not last year, I don't think, but the year before, maybe last year, but I think it was the year before. Anyway, yeah, the year before. I bought everybody Coach, like the designer Coach. I mean, wallets, wasn't like I mean, they're all expensive, but I mean, it wasn't like $600 purses, but I got them on good deals and bought everybody like wallets or that kind of thing. And then I bought my mother-in-law this beautiful, beautiful Coach bag. I got a good deal on it, but it was still a little pricey, but I did get a good deal on it. So anyway, I'm all excited, and I waiting for her to open it, all excited. And anyway, she opens it and she's like, "Oh," and she acts nice about it. And then she says, "I don't carry a purse anymore. So you might as well just take that back and maybe you can get your money back for it." Well, at that point, I had had it for too long to get my money back because I shop early. So now I'm carrying a really pretty Coach bag. And, so it's kind of a regift, right? Ugh, yeah, that would be annoying, Julia, to unwrap 50 boxes. Yeah. I know people that do it, but yeah, it can get really much. A lot of people like to do that when they're gonna give an engagement ring or something. They'll, be a bigger box and smaller, 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 and then all of a sudden there's this tiny little ring box. But yeah, I don't think I want windshield wipers. Linda Scott says, "I regifted a rice cooker, unfortunately, to the person who gave it to." Oh my god. I was mortified. She laughed because it was a regift that she had gave to me. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I don't have a rice cooker. Don't be sending it. I'm not trying to get you to send me a rice cooker, but yeah. Let's see here. Julia says, "I gave my mom a nice reusable mug. She loved it to bring her drinks in." Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it. I love that kinda stuff. Let's see here. Okay. Ooh, yeah. I have a floating crystal pink Swarovski pin. Dreamy. I bet. Yeah. See, I would anything sparkly and pink, know? I'm wearing Christmas socks right now, and I wear them year round. Merely, I don't blame you. I would too. Absolutely. Cindy says all three of my family is getting something with great photos of us on them. Oh yeah, that's cool. I one year I had blankets made with like a collage of everybody's photo on it for my parents and stuff, and they loved it. So those are always nice. Anything that's personal like that, I think is good. I really do. But I'm also 59 and I'm starting to like that kind of stuff more and more. Ooh, Joya says that when her grandma was alive, she would gift her watermelon pickle relish. Wow. Now see, that's nice. Anything that's like that, it's from the heart. I gave my mom a basket with pasta, sauce, olives, and olive oil one year. Julia, I think that's good. I mean, I really do. I don't see anything wrong with it. Jersey Jan, FYI, I have a friend who makes personalized items if you're interested in getting someone that type of gift. I will holler at you because I might. John says, "I absolutely love long tube socks, just no stripes on the top." I don't like the stripes either, but honestly, at this point, I don't even see him with the stripes, but I would take the ones with the stripes because he really needs them. Because if not, his legs, that those he wears cowboy boots, and that leather on those cowboy boots rubs places on his leg, and I'm always afraid that's gonna turn into something, so you just never know. But anyway, well, guys, I had a good time on this one, and I think it was fun and interesting. I'm kinda liking this Vlogmas thing. I've already got all the ones all the way to the 24th picked out, and then the other day I was sitting there and I was like, "Well, what am I gonna do about next year?" So I thought I better start thinking about next year because I don't wanna just repeat the same things. So we'll see what we do next year, but this year, I've kinda got this figured out and I'm liking it. So I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Thank you for being here and putting up with me. And now I'm gonna go eat some of that potato tot casserole that I just made for dinner. So anyway, I love you guys and I will see you tomorrow.
Hope you enjoyed the show, so glad you were here. We meet here most days, we're but first coffee and you're welcome here. We talk about hard subjects, but we also laugh a lot. If you have a loss or win, we will cheer for you. We're but first coffee, and you are safe here. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't wanna miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't wanna miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set